Good morning, I'm Grace.
And I'm Emmy.
And welcome to AM Central. Interested in tennis or volleyball? Boys and girls tennis starts March 2nd and boys volleyball starts March 3rd. Concussion testing for boys and girls tennis will be held in room 124 at 3 p.m. after school on March 2nd. Concussion testing for boys volleyball will be held in room 124 at 3 p.m. on March 3rd. It's March Comic Madness in the library. Students who check out books before first period have their choice of a free comic book to take home. One comic per student per day while supplies last. Want to learn more about jobs, resumes, and interviews?
Gear up.
Then stop by the counseling office to meet with a representative from Mass Hire.
Don't forget seniors prom is coming up. Go see Miss Slozak in 219, and you can buy your permission slips any Friday before school or after school. And now here's a word from our sponsor.
I want to be an accountant.
Criminal justice.
Health science major.
Computer science transfer.
There's a very, very strong sense of community here.
I'm about to transfer to a 4-year and I've already saved, $30,000.
You can feel the energy.
Many things that will help you to succeed.
Best business decision I've ever made.
This is STCC.
This is STCC.
This is STCC.
This is STCC.
Here's some work from some of our students.
So my soccer journey, you could say, started when I was 4 years old. I was welcomed onto a team that my grandma put me on when I was 4. It was a local church, nothing crazy. It was just like little kids kicking around a ball, And it kind of was just like something for me to do, like after preschool, I guess. And then something that possibly could have turned into something that was a little bit more than that.
Well, that experiment worked out very well because we could see right away he enjoyed it so much. And of course, but we're very fortunate at our church. They have wonderful playing fields. That's not true of many places. And it was just at the end of the street, so it was handy. It was a great group to be with. And he progressed, so he just loved playing soccer. You could see it was just in him. It was part of who he was.
So then when I eventually got into kindergarten, I stayed at a school in Hadley from kindergarten until 4th grade. And it was great. It was a good school, and I was still playing soccer. But the only problem was when I had a game that day or a practice even. So we're talking like 3 times a week, she would have to come get me from school, and which is 45 minutes to an hour away depending on traffic. And I would have to change my clothes in the car, and it just was inconvenient. So,
When it came time for 8th grade and Tony was graduating from St. Michael's, which is a place he really, really loved that school. It was made for a personality like Tony. And he had his choice to go to Pope Francis School, the newest school in Springfield, and the best facility and wonderful fields. He chose to go to Central because of the soccer program for the sports, and that's where he belongs, definitely. I love the school. I love the opportunity it gives him. And now we've grown into even more complications where now he's going to be playing off season with a company that I don't know. It costs a small fortune, but it's worth it. It's worth it, every bit of it.
So now, after just finishing up my junior season, I was a full-time starter. After coming off a sophomore season where I started about 5 games, freshman year, after playing most of the year on JV, I was eventually moved up to varsity on actually a very good team. And this past year, being my first year of being a starter, we actually had the second best record in Central history and the second best record in all of Western Mass, which is actually a huge accomplishment for us. It was huge for our team, huge for the program, and also not only that, but back-to-back years winning our league, which has only been done, I think, in Central 5 times. So to be 2 out of those 5 times is really something special for me. So I can look up in the gym and I see those banners that we have, and like I come back, you know, and who knows how many years those are still there, and it's really just a feeling of kind of pride when you look up and you see that. And so I'm really looking forward to next season. Hopefully do bigger and better things, maybe possibly win the league again for the 3rd year in a row, which would be huge. You know, for me, my personal goals though, I would have to say, coming off of a season where I played goalie for every game, coming off a season where I had over 100 saves, you know, my goal is just to really improve and be as best of a player as I can. This offseason is going to be huge for me with, you know, playing with another team, a premier team where we actually have tournaments everywhere. And, you know, it's going to be a huge offseason for me where I just really have to put my mind to doing what I want to do. And if I want to actually, you know, go possibly on to college and play D1 soccer, I have to really put my mind to being as good as I can be. And hopefully, you know, we'll see what this new year has in store for me.
That's all for now, Central.
Have a great day.